What the was that?
WTF. All right, so today's WTF, we're actually going back to the Olympics. I know last week I talked about the Olympics, and look, I literally thought I was done talking about the Olympics. We got the closing ceremony, but lo and behold, we have the most memorable moment to come out of the Olympics right before it finishes. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've been hiding under a rock, look, just click on anything. It's probably the most viral moment that's going on the internet right now. And we're actually talking about the breakdancing competition that took place in this year's Paris Olympics. Now, this is the first time it's actually been in the Olympics, so every country got to send their own little personal b-boy to come represent their country. But this is probably the first time I've ever seen something that actually made me say audibly, "What the fuck?" when looking at the video. I mean, this was the craziest thing, and I guess let me just get to it. So we're gonna go all the way to Australia, where we have a competitor by the name of Rachel Gunn, affectionately known as RayGun, who goes out and gives her most creative performance, I guess that's what we'll call this, in front of the judges. And the way this works, you know, just like You Got Served style, one competitor is going to go out and do a dance, and then the other one's going to come back and do a dance, and another one's going to come back and do a dance. Well, you get about 5 different little solo pieces with this, and Rachel, like I said, was probably the most creative in doing her dance, where she actually brought out what's been called on the internet the kangaroo move. These creative moves earned her zeros across the board. She didn't score not 1 point in her whole competition. The most saddest thing I could think of for a competitor in the Olympics, and even a breakdance. I mean, like, all I'm thinking right now is that Turbo and Ozone are kind of like shaking their heads, seeing what happened in this particular competition. As a matter of fact, it makes me thinking about breaking, when they actually teach the little ballerina girl how to kind of pop and lock, and she kind of got it, but you know, they just kind of like, "Oh, you're doing good, you're doing good." And that's how I feel about RayGun, is that in Australia they were like, "Oh, you're doing good, it's good enough." I mean, good enough to go to the Olympics. And that's how they treated her. Somebody should have stopped her and said, oh, you are way over your head, Rachel. And ooh, as a matter of fact, now I'm thinking about that, isn't Jean-Claude Van Damme in breaking? Why is he never compete? Why is he never? Look, I know there was a whole moment in Kickboxer where he danced a little bit, but I didn't think dude probably is a great break. He's got to be a better break dancer than Rachel Gunn at this point. Either way, you may be asking yourself, well, if she's that bad, how did she actually qualify for the Olympics? Well, I actually went and looked that up. Hashtag research. In 2023, she was in what's called the WTF Oceania Championships, where she had to defeat 3 other women in order to qualify for the Olympics. I looked at those videos, and I mean, they're okay. I wouldn't say Olympic worthy. And when you've seen some of the other competitors in the Olympic and the breakdancing competition, I mean, they were doing some moves I've never seen before. Something that made it look so acrobatic, so graceful, so fluid. And Rachel just wasn't keeping up. I almost want to say that Rachel might be the reason why this isn't coming back in the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. I mean, oh my God, it was very, very bad. This week, I wanted to talk about other things, more boobs. I mean, you know, did you know Tom Cruise actually jumped off of some platform at the Olympics? I was going to talk about that maybe too, but now I'm talking about Rachel Gunn and her bad performance. I will say in her defense is that she took it well. As a person who had such a bad showing in the Olympics, that's normally not the case. She took it really, really well. She came home, got a warm reception from her Australian people, and she's going to move on with her life. I mean, she's a doctor at this point. She's got a PhD in culture or something of some sort. She's gonna be okay. White privilege. That's all I had to say about this. Tell me what you thought in the comments below, and I'm sorry if the clips are very short, because it's very hard to track this down, because I'm not even sure if this is gonna get demonetized in some aspect because of the Olympics not wanting anybody to show their stuff. But tell me what you think about it in the comments below, and if this is the first time on the channel, I always ask, why'd you start with WTF? We have many other things that we do on the channel, much better things, and hopefully I'll be off Olympics next week and you can hear about those things. But make sure you subscribe as well as click the notification button so that way you're aware of all those things when they drop. Alright, So that's all I got to say for this week. We're done with the Olympics. Maybe.
Real quick, if you're still here, because we do these into the video little blooper things. If you're still here, look down. There's a link here for Patreon. If you guys like the show, please give us money. Give us money. We'll take a penny. We'll take a nickel. We'll take a dime. We'll take $1. We have some stuff on there that we're giving away on Patreon if you do contribute, because trust me, we need help. We need help. We want to buy new equipment, and we need an editor. Somebody who doesn't have to stay up in the middle of the night. Or they don't have to stay up in the middle, but I won't have to do it. So please, down, patreon.com/thegoods. It's in the link. Please do it. We appreciate it. Top flight.